What's good, BeBackGaming crew? Back with another deep dive game review. And today we're slicing through the hype to talk about Project S. Odin. This Viking-inspired RPG has been making waves, promising brutal combat, a rich Norse mythology story, and some jaw-dropping visuals. But does it live up to the saga, or is it lost in the fjords? Stick around for our full review, no spoilers in the first half. And trust me, this one's a journey. Before we dive in, a quick shout out to you all for the love on our last review. If you're new here, BeBackGaming is all about honest, no BS game reviews. And this video is not a paid promotion. We're giving you our real thoughts on Project S. Odin. Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell, so you don't miss our weekly drops. Let's get into it. Alright, let's start with the meat of Project S. Odin, the gameplay. This is an action RPG with a heavy focus on real-time combat. And let me tell you, it feels weighty. You're swinging axes, hammers, and swords. And every hit lands with this satisfying crunch. The combat system blends light and heavy attacks, dodges, and special abilities tied to your chosen class like Berserker, Seer, or Shield Maiden. The skill tree is deep but not overwhelming. You can spec into brute force, elemental magic, or stealth. Customization is a big deal here. You can tweak your character's appearance, gear, and even choose a deity to align with, like Odin or Freya, which gives you unique passive buffs. It's not groundbreaking, but it adds flavor. One thing I love is how the game rewards exploration. The open world is packed with hidden loot, side quests, and lore tablets that flesh out the Norse mythology. But, and this is a small gripe, the map can feel a bit cluttered at times, and fast travel points are sparse early on. If you're a completionist, you'll love it, but casual players might find it a tad grindy. The enemy variety is solid. Think undead Vikings, trolls, and even mythical beasts like Jormungandr. The AI isn't genius level, but it keeps you on your toes, especially in boss fights, which are epic set pieces. My only issue: some early game difficulty spikes can feel punishing if you're under-leveled. Now, let's talk story. Project S. Odin is set in a fantasy version of 9th century Scandinavia, where you play a custom warrior seeking revenge. After your village is razed by a rival clan, the narrative weaves in Norse gods, prophecies, and a looming Ragnarok vibe. It's not The Witcher 3 levels of storytelling, but it's engaging. With some solid voice acting, you get dialogue options that impact relationships and minor story branches. Though don't expect Mass Effect level consequences. The characters are a mixed bag. Your grizzled Mender and the cunning Volva are standouts, but some side NPCs feel like generic Viking stereotypes. Honestly, the lore is where this game shines. The world feels alive with tales of gods and heroes. And the codex entries are a lore nerd's dream. My biggest critique: the main quest can feel linear at times, and the pacing drags a bit in Act 2. Still, the story kept me hooked for the 30 to 40 hour campaign. Visually, Project S. Odin is a stunner. The art style leans into vibrant, almost painterly landscapes. Think God of War meets Assassin's Creed Valhalla. The weather effects, like blizzards and auroras, are chef's kiss. Character models are detailed, though some textures pop. Enduring fast movement. The sound design is equally immersive. The clank of weapons, the howl of wind, and the guttural war cries pull you in. The soundtrack, with its Nordic chants and percussion, is perfect for setting the mood, though it can get repetitive after 20 hours. Performance-wise, I played on insert platform, for example, PS5, PC, and it ran smoothly at 60 FPS, with only a couple of minor bugs like a stuck NPC or two. The loading screens are quick, which is a godsend for an open-world game. If you're on last-gen consoles, expect some frame drops in busy areas. Let's break down the pros and cons. Pros: brutal, satisfying combat that feels like a Viking power fantasy. Gorgeous world design with tons to explore. Deep lore and customization options for RPG fans. Boss fights that'll test your skills and patience. Cons: early difficulty spikes can frustrate new players. Story pacing and some generic NPCs hold it back. Map clutter and limited fast travel can feel tedious. Soundtrack, while great, lacks variety over time. Overall, Project S. Odin nails the Viking aesthetic and delivers a meaty RPG experience. But it's not perfect. It's a game for players who love diving into a world and don't mind a bit of grind. So, is Project S. Odin worth your time? I'd give it a 7.8/10. It's a fantastic RPG for fans of Norse mythology and action-heavy gameplay, but it doesn't quite reach the heights of genre giants. If you love God of War or Valhalla, you'll eat this up. Casual players, might want to wait for a sale unless you're ready for a challenge. That's our take on Project S. Odin, what do you think? Hyped to play it, or passing on this one? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's get the discussion going. If you enjoyed this review, give us a like, share it with your squad, and subscribe to BeBackGaming for more reviews like this. Until next time, keep gaming, and we'll be back.